quiet seaside town, an evil lain to rest centuries ago, has risen. An abandoned fortress deep in the swamp holds a secret that could save the village or destroy it. Now, a band of adventurers sets out to dig up the wounds of the past and bring the light of day to the roots of ruin. This is Tabletop Gold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Gold. You're in store. You've got a treat waiting for you at the end of this fishing line that we've extended from the end of our fishing pole. That treat is an enticing encounter in a role-playing game called Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and we've got that coming up for you in just a second. But before that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Lars Casteen. Nice to see you. Joined today, as always, by Robin Lange.
Good that time.
Good that time. David the Tin Man Chernicoff.
Good that time.
Armet Humphreys is here.
Good that time.
Okay.
I'm doing alienating thing.
No, I thought that was good. Honestly, I think it's like you just turned the temperature on that particular burner down by like 2 notches, and you got gravy going right there, my man.
I did set it to picante.
Ooh.
It's working out, I guess.
Picante.
Picante. And Zoe Chernicoff is here.
Good that time. I'm just gonna go straight down the middle because I don't think I can't rival that picante. That
No,
was
you
muy
can't.
caliente.
It was so
Gracias.
caliente. Speaking of caliente, Robin was just in the city of Indianapolis.
I was.
And that's a city where they host a gaming convention called Gen Con. Robin, you went to Gen Con. You were just in like the biggest gaming, the board games, tabletop role-playing games, tabletop games. You were there for the entire run of the thing. And it is your responsibility to give us a report as to what happened and what it was like and what you did and whether it was good. And that's the whole thing.
Okay. Report. It was good.
Oh, okay. Good.
And that's our show.
That's our
All
show.
right.
It was
Nice.
good.
Thanks for coming.
No, Gen Con is always really fun. I try and go each year. I didn't go for every few years there's always something that comes up where I'm not able to go.
COVID.
Yeah, things like that. So this year, my husband and I headed out, and something that I've now started to do, we did this last time I went 2 years ago, one of my favorite things at Gen Con. So first, Gen Con I love seeing new board games, wandering the floor. So there's the big floor with all the different vendors. I stop by the Paizo booth every day. Because
Every day? Wow.
Every
okay.
day, because every day they give a new button.
Ooh.
For anyone who's watching on YouTube, I'm now holding up buttons that I have gotten throughout the years. There's a lot.
Ooh.
And every
Wow.
single day on the floor, they give out a different button. And then if you're playing one of the society games, or any scenario where you're in the giant Paizo ballroom, they come around with other buttons, and they give all these wonderful freebies. So I have free dice. I have little minis that I have. But I always try and make sure that we have a meetup, which was really cool. So even as cool as it was to go to Paizo, I met a couple people who I hadn't had a chance to meet face to face before. Said hello to Luis Loza. I talked to Jenny. Her last. I want to say her last name right.
Is that her last
Jarbaski, I
name?
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a delight. So she's been working on the new Starfinder, the 2E, and we chatted, and I gave her a friendship bracelet because the other thing this year at Gen Con was friendship bracelets. So I made a whole bunch.
Oh.
And she even gave me a new Valor Defense Force patch, which is very cool. That was not for sale. She just gave it to me.
If I may, Robin,
Yes.
I've never gone to a gaming convention, and I'm like actually kind of scared of the idea of going. Like, I'm worried that I would show up and be like, okay, now what do I do? Like, I'm very worried that I would see the mass of people and be like, everybody here seems like they know what they're doing already. Everybody here has already got like their slot. Where do I belong? And I feel like I would feel very overwhelmed, and I would be like, my social pressure would, like social anxiety would like kick in, I think, very aggressively.
Oh, I should take
Hearing
notes.
you say that there are freebies that you can just like get stickers and buttons and stuff like that makes me realize that I think that that's probably what I would fixate on upon going to a place like that. I'd be like, here's my mission.
It's a thing to do. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Right. Like, and it's a thing that encourages me to say like at least hello to people, which may one out of X number of times lead to like a human conversation that I would be capable of having with another person.
Yes. You make friends waiting in lines.
Okay.
Totally. I've definitely chatted with people waiting in lines. At some point or other mentioned our podcast.
There you go. See, that's right. We got the street team here. We got the
Yeah.
TTG
On the
ST.
ground.
Oh, I like that.
OTG.
So in addition, so you're mentioning that you met some of our folks, some of our Discord
I mean, so I did
folks,
2
some
years
of our,
ago, and this year's a bunch of people who weren't able to come last year. I posted a picture on our Instagram of all of us together, so you can check that out. I gave everyone friendship bracelets, and
So you were a source of freebies in addition to
and old logo
That's the trick.
stickers. People were very excited for the old logo stickers.
The old logo sticker.
Which is
Oh,
up mainly
sure.
because we forgot to print new ones.
no.
Listen, there's a lot of stuff happening right now.
It's a
I've already
busy
mentioned that
time.
Yeah.
I think I would frame it this way: it's an exclusive.
It is.
There. Yes.
Can only get the old logo
you
stickers.
You have to come meet us at a con to get the old logo stickers.
That's right.
Yeah. So, and I even actually played so I really enjoy doing the society games. I'm really starting to get into that more, and I'm trying to build up now like characters for society games. And I have an account I have an account all set up on Paizo. So I did a Starfinder Society playtest for Dewey. That was
Which
really
seems
fun.
super cool. Yeah.
I got to play a cat Solarian. So it was like a cat pop star who shot things, and it was really cool.
Sounds good.
And then I played some Pathfinder Society. I did 2 Pathfinder Society games. I was supposed to do 3, but I was too exhausted by the last one. And the second one was the really cool one, because the second one started at 8:00 at night and goes until about 1 a.m. And everyone's playing. What? It's called a special. So everyone's playing the same scenario, and it's all adding to how the scenario plays out. So we'll be so the people running it will have up on the boards information saying, okay, everyone's achieved this goal in this time. So game masters, this condition is now in effect.
Oh,
That's so wild.
And
so
so
the
how
other
quickly-
people playing
So
are
fun.
affecting your game. That's
Yes.
awesome.
So how quickly all the people are
I love
playing, and we were
that.
playing levels like 1 through 6, I think. So there's a level of 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And at my table, I played with some of our listeners,
Oh, that's fun.
which was
Sweet.
really
That's
cool.
fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was, I believe it was Gil off the top, Gil, Mike, and Erica. And we had a
Shout out,
blast.
shout out.
I'm so
And
jealous
the
of you.
specials are super cool because each year is a new season for the society games. And the specials usually either the finale of the previous year or the first thing that's going to kick off the new year. So this was the session 0 of of the 6th season.
It's like you played through one of those X-Files episodes where something actually happens in it.
Kind of, yeah.
That's awesome. That's exciting. That sounds like
I
a good time.
encourage everyone, if you can, go to a convention, go play Starfinder and Pathfinder Society in person with other people who love the game.
I'd really like to
That's
do
really
it.
good.
Free
I'd really
stuff.
like to do
Get free stuff.
And get free stuff.
Get free
my
stuff.
first
I mean,
one,
also
too.
you spend a lot of money. I did
Nice.
definitely spend a lot of money. Like playing the games is not free as well. You have to buy a seat.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Armat, you just
it's
snuck
like-
you snuck an important detail in very quietly under the radar. What did you just say, Armat?
Oh yeah, I just played my first Pathfinder Society game too at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, you were
Oh.
cool.
It was a super fun time.
Comic-Con.
I had a
Everyone's going
great
to
time.
convention.
Guys,
All right.
with your fun things.
It's con
Yeah.
season.
You know what I did?
it
I
kinda
stayed
was,
home and
wasn't
had
it?
gastrointestinal distress for like a half a weekend, guys. That's what I did.
All
That's
right,
not fun.
hang on.
It sounds way less
Armat.
fun than going to a
I'm
convention.
sure Comic-Con was cool, but Lars, can you share a little bit more with us about your
let's
weekend?
save it for the Patreon.
Okay.
We're going to go in depth on it there.
All right.
Hey, there's some. Yes, go ahead, Robin.
Oh, and on entirely aside that you can cut, Lars. Did anyone ever play Neopets when we were in like high school? Because
No.
that is back, and Neopets sponsored all of the badge cords. Because now they're making all these other Neopets games.
Here's the main thing I know about Neopets is that it was like owned by the dad of the guy who played Logan Eccles on Veronica Mars. That dude was like the son of Neopets.
Wow.
And so I guess that
That's
dude, his dad
hilarious.
sold it, and now they're getting out there and making it happen again.
This
You know
feels
what?
like
God
a
bless 'em.
Veronica Mars plot.
It
sure
really
does.
does.
Neopets themselves sort of felt like a fake thing that would exist in the plot of an episode of a television show, rather than a thing that exists in our flesh and blood world. That's not true.
There
Do you
has
agree
to
with
be
that?
like a
Neopets was the
crime
greatest
and,
thing in high school.
all
I
right.
loved it so much.
Okay.
Law and Order, not Crime and Punishment.
For me, the greatest thing in high school is being cool. So that's like, that's an interesting
I was not
twist.
that.
Quite a
So,
contrast.
you know.
I wasn't either. Let's move on. Hey, speaking of our Discord and our community, this episode is going to be the first episode coming out in September. I want to let you know that the Discord channel on our Discord, which you can find by going to tabletopgold.com or going to any of our social media things, you can find the link to the Discord there. I'm going to be opening up the channel where people can submit pumpkin spice products for us to do our annual
the time
October
is
pumpkin
here.
pump out.
Pumpkin spice.
So yeah, go ahead and do that. Start looking if you want us to talk about a pumpkin spice product that you see, or if you want to look for something exciting. Now's the time. I think you've got like a week or two to figure it out. But I just wanted to let you know, if you're hearing this when it comes out,
Yeah.
it is pumpkin spice o'clock.
It's time to prep.
Let's get it going.
I'm sure I've made
My-
this joke before, but the spice is life.
The spice is life, and that's from Dune, or is that from Spice Girls? Help me out.
Yeah, the spice must.
Spice
The
must
spice
flow.
must flow. It's true. It must. And you know what else must flow? Our likes and ratings on podcast applications and YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you're seeing this on YouTube. Give us a rating and a review on your podcast apps. And now let's move into it. Let's get into it. Let's play our game. You've spent the better part of 2 days trudging through the sticky, disease-filled environs of an underground swamp, searching for survivors from a squad of officers sent by Absalom's highest police force. You've been beaten down and enervated by the natural conditions and by fights with a series of creatures, all of whom seemed fixated on draining you of your very life. What you're dealing with now, though, it's something different. A hulking alien swamp creature called a froghemoth, riddled with rot and decay, has been lurking in the swamp, trying to capture and eat 2 survivors from the Starwatch crew. And your attempts to rescue these 2, the Lieutenant Beverin Dralfo and the Captain Margot Jensen, turned into a fight for survival when this froghemoth burst out of the water and entered a feeding frenzy. Both Dralfo and Jensen have been swallowed whole by the froghemoth. But don't feel too bad. Their chances of survival are only slightly lower than yours. One member of the Starwatch
Wow.
team is still missing. The grunt, Torpor Wedge, and also your friend from the Otari Town Guard, Mark.
Hashtag save Mark.
Hashtag save Mark.
Save the mark, save the world.
There it is.
Okay, I want to describe for you the tactical situation before we get into the next turn of this combat encounter. Trill, you have just seen this froghemoth reach past Isthin and chomp onto Margot Jensen, swallowing her whole, like plucking her out of the very shack that she was trying to crawl through to escape. Her legs are broken. All she can do is crawl to move. So Trill, you've seen Margot get swallowed. What are you going to do next?
So right now, Margot and Beverin are both inside the stomach, right?
Correct.
But so they could still be fighting from inside.
They definitely are,
Okay.
yes.
And I feel like while this thing is huge and I'm very much worried about us not being able to stop it at the same time, I feel like abandoning Margot and Beverin are not what our characters would necessarily do. What do you guys think?
Personally, I think we can beat this thing, and I would be excited to try it. But that's like metagame stuff. I think Istin, though, has a certain amount of my enthusiasm as well, though. So he'd definitely be ready to hang in there and try going toe to toe. There's also something about that decay. I want to try using slashing damage on it to see if that could try and target that, because Lars has mentioned it a couple times, and I don't know if that's just like flavor or.
Could the decay be decay?
Oh. Decay be decay.
Wow.
You see what she did there, everyone?
I saw it. I think I liked it.
Yeah, I'm solidly on the I like
fun
it
when
boat.
I make Lars mad.
I'm not mad. I liked it. It was relevant to the situation at hand. I
right.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Settle down. Let's
Totally
try
on
and
top.
maintain some decorum.
Oh.
Great.
Nice.
I'm less in love with that one, if I'm going to be honest with you.
I was a little more.
Well, Robin, I feel a similar tension. Under most circumstances, I think Mag would have a hard time abandoning an ally on the battlefield. I think the door is open here for two reasons. The first of which is this is really clearly like one of the fiercest things that we have faced. And the other thing is these people ignored Mag's warning that this was a dangerous place. So not in a vindictive way, but like
I was gonna say.
no. I mean,
In a sort of just desserts
maybe
way?
some part of her. Well, but just like, yes, this is dangerous. If these damn fools hadn't rushed in here on their own and gotten themselves in the, like, if someone needs to die because they made this terrible error, Mag would like for it not to be the four of us.
Like you'd like to
And so
contain the damage.
Correct. So like this is an awful situation, and if it can't be if it just clearly is too much to be prevented, then if what happens is that these people who weren't serious enough to take the threat seriously are like the collateral damage, that feels like a more, I don't know what. It's not like justice or something, but like a more
good outcome.
It's more good.
It is a better outcome, yes, than them dragging us to ruin. Them dragging themselves to ruin is better than them dragging us to ruin when we were all supposed to be working together and they sort of didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So I think that's where there's some space potentially if things go south.
Zoe, what are your thoughts?
I think the thing I'm struggling with is that we aren't hurt. Like, obviously this thing is intense, but like, I feel like Ao would be intrigued enough to stick around for like another round. Like, I'm not against running, but sort of just like see, like if we really can't get anywhere. I mean, maybe this is foolish, right? Because it'd be easier to get away now. But it's like we kind of have full.
I think one
tanks.
round minimum, right?
Yeah, I was kind
Yeah.
of thinking the same thing.
We have space to fall back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think one of the things that has kind of hampered us is that it's in the water and like it has resistance to fire and acid while it's in an aquatic scenario. I can bring a lot of, I mean, maybe this is getting a little too metagamey and strategizing,
Ooh,
but
try and lure it out of the water.
Oh.
I think that seems like it certainly would. I have more resources I can throw at it if we get it to dry land, I guess.
Okay.
I would like to provide one more piece of information. This froghemoth seems to have a very bad perception score because it rolled a 3 on its initiative. It is going at the end of the round. So at the top of each round, you will have a full round to deal. Like, we can keep this, we can sort of, if you guys are comfortable, we can button up this conversation for now, hit the end of the next round and see where things are standing. Because you've got essentially a round by round check-in here.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Okay. So with that, go ahead. Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, good. Armat's feeling good. I will say, as the GM in this situation, Armat is feeling much better about it than I am. So.
Yeah, well, I've got my Dampier detective ready.
That's
to,
right.
I mean,
to
not
play.
for nothing. Like, I know we're about to jump back in here. I just want to say, first off, it is really nice to be in an encounter like this that's obviously really dangerous and not be freaked out of my mind.
That's good.
I think it's mostly because it's been going
sweet.
after the other NPCs so far, and not any of none of us are splattered all over the side of this house. So for whatever reason, that's really helping my blood pressure. But I also just like that we get to talk about this stuff as a group and kind of like piece it out in a way we wouldn't I feel like in real time in the actual battle would be so like chaotic and hectic, and it's kind of nice to be able to do this and like feel it out and not feel quite as on the spot like myself for making a choice in real time. So anyway, just much more this is fun even though it's dangerous, and I haven't always felt that way. So that's what I have to say about that.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's see if it's fun when Trill takes her turn. Robin, what are you going to do?
So we know his fortitude's excellent. Let's try his reflex. Let's try electric arc on this guy.
Okay.
Zip zap zop.
Zip, zap, zop.
Okay. So you have a DC 26 reflex to save against.
Okay, here we go. I roll very well. I roll a 36.
Wow.
But I'll let you know, I rolled a 20 on the die.
Okay.
Okay. Do you get any of that damage at a critical success?
I don't.
Right.
So this electricity
actually-
crackles out from Trill's instrument and surges through the water, streaking past the froghemoth as it twists out of the way and does not get hit.
Okay. So that means it's got a plus. If you rolled a 20 in the die, that's a pretty good. That's certainly a respectable reflex save at this level.
I think that you. I'll give you more information since you're describing this as like you're feeling this out. You're casting this spell to get this information. That seems like it's probably its weakest save.
Okay. So if reflex is its weakest save, we can probably still keep working on that. Basically, Lars is going to have to roll a 9 or less, though, to be able to fail against my my spell DC.
I mean, that's, not terrible odds.
So for Trill's last action, I think Trill's going to step back again. I still don't know. This thing is 1, 2, 3. It's got a massive reach. So Trill's just going to step.
Okay, I think that the space they're trying to step back is in that fungal forest. So I think you're going to have to stride back there because it's difficult terrain and you can't step into difficult terrain.
Oh, wait, hold on. So instead, Trill's going to cast shield then.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to
'cause-
stride into the forest. You're just only interested in stepping.
Correct.
Okay.
Trill does not feel like being grabbed.
All right. It is now Beverin Dralfo's turn, and we're gonna cut inside of this creature's body for a second. Beverin has 4 more rounds of air. I don't think that she has a lot of confidence that she is going to survive being constricted within this creature's stomach one more time. So she is going to take a risk, and she is going to cast a spell.
Oh.
If this spell works and does what it needs to do, it will let her escape. If it doesn't, she will lose all oxygen and will start suffocating.
Oh boy.
So this is essentially the do or die moment for Beverin. She has 25 hit points. And what she's going to do, she's going to cast telekinetic projectile from inside of the froghemoth. I'm rolling a DC 5 flat check to see if she can because she's grabbed. She gets a 16 on the flat check. So you hear from inside the froghemoth a chanting, a gasping for air, and you see a burst of like concussive kinetic energy inside as she casts telekinetic projectile. She's going to do that with slashing damage. Here comes the attack roll. She rolled a 7 on the die.
Okay.
That misses.
How many hero points does she have?
She has 0 hero points.
Oh, okay.
She loses all of her remaining rounds of oxygen as
Can
she
I do
casts the
Inspired
spell.
Stratagem on her, or is she not an ally?
You gotta spend, like, the
know.
idea of
I know.
Inspire Stratagem is that you spend an hour with them, like, preparing at the beginning of the day. So I don't think you had an option
fair,
to do that.
Fair. Well, no, I don't feel bad for doing it because I couldn't.
So she falls unconscious and starts suffocating. I'm going to have her take damage first from being constricted to see if this bet that she took was correct. We'll see. Would she have been knocked out anyway by being swallowed whole? Let's see. She would have taken 16 damage. She would not have been knocked out. So I bet wrong on that. So she is still alive. She passes out and needs to make a fortitude save as she starts suffocating. So here comes that. DC 20 fortitude save. She rolls a 14. On a failure, she takes a D10 of damage. So here comes that D10 of damage. Four points of damage. She is still alive. The DC next time she has to do that will increase by 5.
Oof.
And the damage will increase by a D10.
Yikes.
So she is still alive, but just barely hanging on. It is now Isthen's turn.
Cool.
What is Isthen going to do?
Isthen is finally within striking range of the frog hemoth, and so he's going to just launch. No, actually, he is going to cast Sure Strike, and now he's going to use a Slashing Gust spell strike because, like I said, I'm interested to see if slashing damage will do anything. And I think this is more flavor than anything, but I think he's trying to aim at the decayed areas of the frog hemoth to try and, see if that does anything.
Okay, let's see what happens. You rolled 2 attack rolls. What was the better?
The better was a 17 for a total of 35 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. So that is 18 bludgeoning and 14 slashing damage.
Okay, 18 bludgeoning from the staff, 14 slashing from the slashing gust. Both of those, the thud of the staff and the slice of the spell, those both seem to work equally well on the frog hemoth.
Okay, cool, but no extra weakness.
What you
sadly.
gather from the decay is that this creature is easier to hit and less capable than it would be typically. This frog hemoth is sick. It is decaying. I'll give a hero point to anybody who can tell me in the next 10 seconds why it's decaying. Here we go. 10,
Because it
9.
was
It ate
in
a bog mummy.
gross,
7.
Well, course,
Mummy
We're
rot.
on the wrong plane of
Okay,
existence.
Armat
Has
wins.
been
Mummy
eating.
rot. This frog hemoth has been attacked by bog mummies. Imagine in the past, the children of Belcora swarming around this thing, trying to chomp on it, slice at it as it throws them aside, and they go cascading, landing in this fungal forest behind you.
Mommy!
And it's because of that bog rot that this creature there's even a conversation about it. So here is a hero point for Armat.
Woo! Don't mind if I do. Thank you. I look forward to using it when I have to survive this frog hemoth. And that's 3 actions.
Okay.
That's my turn.
It is now Margot Jensen's turn. Margot is inside the body of this frog hemoth, and she is going to just shoot at it with her bow as many times as she's able to, which I'll tell you right now is twice. First strike from Margot onto the frog hemoth. is a 25. That misses. Next strike from Margot is a 26. Let's see. I had her prone when she was on the ground. Is she prone while she's inside of a froghemoth? I don't think so. So let's lose the prone condition. She's grabbed. She's not impeded because she's prone. She's impeded because she's being squeezed inside of this froghemoth's stomach. So that 26 should have been a 28. That hits. So here comes a damage roll from Margot. She rolls 11 points of damage. Is that enough for her to cut her way out of the froghemoth's stomach? No.
Oh.
Not at all. So you see like the point of an arrow puncture the outside of this froghemoth's stomach, but it just sort of stops as it's like a reverse pincushion as Margot keeps shooting arrows from inside of it. And that's it for Margot. She loses 2 rounds of breath. She's going to take 17 points of damage. And that is it for Captain Margot Jensen's turn. She's still alive. It is now Mag's turn. What is Mag going to do?
So, all right, she swims up to it, and she's going to try to hit that very spot to try to break it open and bust out her frenemies from the inside. It's a 31 to hit.
That hits.
Hey!
Still hitting it.
I really like that. 17 damage.
Okay. As you connect with it, 17 points of damage, you get the sense that it is more than halfway. Like it is moving in a more labored sort of way. It seems like your strikes are starting to get to it.
Okay. So between the fact that it's ill, the fact that it's eating things that aren't food, and the fact that I'm bashing it in the abdomen, it's starting to get a little bit of a tummy ache.
That's right. I think you have one more action.
Oh, I have one more action. And it's going to be another Earthbreaker. So, oh boy, that's only a 5 on the die. So that's not going to hit anything. And that's my turn.
Okay, Mag swims up, lands a solid hit on the belly of this froghemoth. It bellows out, "Boo!" It sends mud spraying all over the interior of this cavern. It is now Ao's turn.
Well, sort of in shock over this whole thing, but seeing what Isthan just did, Ao decides to not totally copy what he did, but take a page out of his playbook. She has a scroll of Sure Strike in her hand that she's going to use. Her paw, her maw, not her maw. It's not in her mouth.
Her maw, she's eating the scroll?
Oh no,
What is
it's
she, a
ruined.
Does that
witch's
count as a bite
patron?
attack?
Yeah, does that get you a bite attack? And then she is going to do TKP to do slashing damage at this creature to see if perhaps that will make a difference. Well, the first one was an 18 on the die for a 33, and the next one was a 19 on the die for a 34. So a silly use of Sure Strike, but it also feels kind of good.
I think it's great. It hits.
Great.
Your magic is directed in confidently straight towards a weak point in the froghemoth's rubbery hide.
And that is 28 points of damage.
Okay. Huge damage roll. 28 points of damage. Continuing to whittle away at the froghemoth. And again, boo! That's it for Ao's turn. It's now the froghemoth's turn. The froghemoth is hemmed in by Isthan and Mag. And what it's going to do is spend an action to embark onto the rowboat. And it reaches its tentacles forward and just and is teetering back and forth on the rowboat. Its legs sort of like trying its hardest to keep balance as its tentacles start whipping around all over the place.
Okay, so I just heard like
Breaker
4
bolt.
things that seem like they would trigger an attack of opportunity.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get 4.
That's how it works.
Excuse me, a reactive strike, bow chicka wow wow, 31 to hit.
That hits. It hit last time. It hits this
Hey.
time.
Still hits, baby. That is 21 damage.
Okay. 21 damage as Mag connects with the Earthbreaker. And Isthin, you're doing that also?
Yeah. Will a 21 hit?
No.
You're telling
That
me
seems too
3
low.
on the die doesn't get me a hit? Ugh.
So
That is what I'm telling
This
you.
system
Not
is
here, bub.
rigged.
Are you going to hero point that, Armat?
Oh, that's an idea. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
What episode is this?
64, 164. Use it or lose it.
And I have 3
Yeah,
of
yeah, it is
them,
used or lose it,
so-
yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Got some of these hero points off my plate.
How about a 36?
Yes, that hits.
Yes.
That never, it usually, when we do a hero points reroll, it ends up being worse. It's so nice when it's better.
Totally.
16 more points of damage to the Froghemoth, it looks like. Is that right, Armat?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Yup. This Froghemoth looks very, very badly injured now as it is teetering back and forth on top of this dock. It has 2 more actions, and I need to read some rules, y'all.
That's not ominous.
Okay. I just need to think about some stuff. Give me give me the hottest
man.
damn moment, please.
We all want you to have that space.
The rules for reach and like what things can reach, I will say are confusing and strange to me. I always forget where the like notches are on a 15-foot reach. Okay, and you know what? Okay, just give me a second. This graphic I'm looking at is not helping me at all. Okay,
Lars,
here
will
we
you
go.
just slow down for a second, please?
You want me to slow down?
Stop
Yeah.
rushing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take your time, man.
Okay.
Savor the journey.
Reach greater than 10 feet is measured normally. 20 foot. Okay, so it can reach 2 squares diagonally. So it can reach Isthin, it can reach Mag, it can reach Ao, it can reach Trill.
Cool.
So you're redoing that thing where you're going to roll a d4 and decide who to eat?
Nope.
It's gonna eat all
What
of us.
instead it's going to do is it's going to go,
Is he gonna grab all of us?
and its tentacles go, and it flies into a frenzy and strikes out at all of you, each with tentacle strikes.
Cool.
Each to a different target. These count towards the Froghemoth's multiple attack penalty, but the multiple attack penalty doesn't increase until after all of the attacks. Let's go.
Whatever that means.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
La 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 la.
Okay, here comes a tentacle
Like there's
strike.
4, so
A
he only
tentacle
has a
strike
few actions.
tentacle strike towards Isthin. Tentacle flies out towards Isthin. 35 to hit.
That hits.
Tentacle strike. I'll roll damage as we go too. So Isthin takes 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
No!
Tentacle strike towards Mag. Almost a 20 on the die. That is a 33.
That is.
Towards Mag. Mag gets walloped for 22 points of bludgeoning damage. Towards Ao. Ao's going to have lesser cover because the Froghemoth is trying to strike past Mag. So Ao, give yourself 1 to your armor class.
Okay.
A 36 to hit.
Ooh, that just avoids being a critical hit because of that cover sitch. So that's nice. I'll take that.
You love to see it. I find
to see
moments like that to be the best.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm trying to knock you out, but like when the tiniest thing matters. So this tentacle reaches past Mag and it sort of cranes around her. It sort of squishes into her head. And that means that Ao is just going to take normal damage, 26 points of damage.
All right. Ouch.
Just a normal 26.
And here comes a tentacle strike towards Trill. And this is the one I'm nervous about.
Well, that makes all of us.
That is a 44 to hit.
Ouch.
That's
Jeez.
very definitely a critical hit.
Trill takes 46 points of damage.
Oh my.
And that's already doubled.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad we're not
Yes,
doubling again.
it sure is.
Woof. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you a story right now. I believe
Story
that
time.
if you had not treated your drained condition with that with the scroll, I think that would have knocked you out. I'm not confident, but I think it would have.
Did I treat trained?
Yeah, you did. You removed the
Yeah.
train from the bodak up by that shack on the lake.
I mean, I'm drained 2 still.
You
you
were
were-
drained 4.
Yeah, that would have been worse.
So I think if Trill had not done that, she would now be dying too. Is what I'm trying to tell
Well,
you.
there we go. You did
Cool.
good.
It's been a day for Trill.
Yeah.
It's the
seriously.
top of round 4. You survived another round, and so did somehow everybody else. Bevrin Dralfo is on death's door, though. She has 5 hit points remaining, and she is inside the stomach, suffocating to death. That's the situation with her. The rest of you are sort of arrayed on a dock, in the water, on the shore, as this froghemoth is teetering back and forth on this rowboat that you have used to get down here. It looks like it is nearly dead. So, do you hang in for one more round, or are you going to run?
Trill is feeling a little salty. She got that tentacle like to the face, twisted her around, stung a little bit. She's real mad, but she also sees this thing is like falling to pieces. So Trill's just going to attack, baby.
Okay, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Trill's gonna do a
Giddy
full
up.
3 action rank 3 force barrage.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 6.
Whap.
So 6
Needles.
6 forces,
A
barrages
barrage.
of force
Darts of solidified
Are headed.
force magic.
for that froghemoth. And that is 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Thum, 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 thum. Lacerate the outside of this froghemoth almost like a magical Tommy gun at this point. but the froghemoth is still up.
Still up, okay. But it's 17 points closer to death.
That's right.
It is
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Bevrin Dralfo's turn.
Wait, doesn't Robin have one more action?
She's
I was
all
all
3.
three.
All
Oh,
three.
right. I always forget Force Barrage says that. Excuse
Yeah, it's not
me.
it's not just a 2 action spell, it's one action for each dart.
She is unconscious, Bevrin Dralfo is. Not Trill. Sorry, I realized the antecedent there was confusing. Don't at me about that. She needs to make a DC 25 fortitude save. So let's see what happens. I don't know exactly the order I should do this in. I think I can do this in whatever order I want to. I'm not thinking too hard about it because it's confusing. We're going to make a fortitude save. DC 25. Here we go. It's doable,
It is.
but not when you roll a 1 on
Oh.
Bevrin. Instantly dies,
Oh no!
Wow.
suffocates. That's it. I was considering, like, do I want to have these NPCs get the dying 1, dying 2, dying 3 condition? Do I want to do that? I don't need to answer that question right now because suffocating is, you're done. So Bevrin dies.
Yikes.
It's now Isthan's turn.
Well, Isthan smells froghemoth blood in the air, and his blood is up too. So I think the froghemoth is no longer in water, correct?
Correct.
Meaning that it isn't exposed. This might be a little bit of a waste, but this is going to be awesome. Isthan looks at it and says, "Do you know what happens when you set a frog on fire with a fireball? Same thing as anything else. And it casts fireball!"
Oh.
All right. In my mind, you're positioning this fireball up in the air, so it's just the edge of the fireball that hits the froghemoth, so it's not hitting
Exactly.
anybody else. Okay.
Totally.
All right. What do I have to do?
DC 24 basic reflex, please. Please don't crit it.
I did not crit it. I got a 26.
Okay, well, let's see. That is, oh god, a terrible damage roll.
You got another hero point card. You could.
Can I re-roll? That
No.
one? No, I
No.
can't. That's
No.
just,
Can't
it
do that
takes
for damage.
5 damage.
Singed, the outside of it is you smell burning, decaying, rubbery skin. Smoke starts filling this room and this chamber.
Istin shouts out, I swear that's never happened to me before with this spell. Oh, God. He has 1 action left, and
You can reach it.
can I reach it?
Yes, you can.
Oh, and I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it.
Hit it.
And I
Hit
don't
it.
have map because the other thing targeted a save.
Yeah, whap it.
Oh, so
25. Not going to hit it, is it?
We could hero point.
Oh, I
That
am
one-
going to hero point it. Yeah, I got so many hero points.
Yeah, just spend those puppies.
Spend the puppies, my man.
26.
So
Ate everything.
Istin sends a fireball into there. Boom! Follows up with a quick staff strike. It misses.
Classic
It's
Istin
now
moment.
Margot Jensen's turn. Margot is inside. She is trying to shoot her way out. Thwip, thwip, thwip. As she is silently, if she were to open her mouth, she would lose all of her oxygen. She is silently just striking at the froghemoth from the inside. That is a 28 to hit. And because the froghemoth is flat-footed from the inside, that is a hit. 7 points of damage. Does she cut her way out? No, she doesn't. But
Oh
here
my
comes another
God.
strike.
Poor Margot. Talk about trauma.
That is a 1
Oh no.
on the die.
God.
And you know what that means. It's time for us to draw a fumbo. I'm trying to find it. It's time for us to draw a fumble
Wumbo,
card.
wumbo.
A fumble card because you fumbled hard.
Very bad.
Very bad.
Okay.
I know people have feelings about the fumble cards, but it's all worth it just for the
Yeah.
musical drop.
That's true.
There
I
are
do miss the
8
drop when
cards
it goes
in this
away.
deck. There was a conversation on our Discord this last week where our listeners let us know that they believe that if you draw a fumble card and you draw the ace, you should do regular damage to yourself rather than regular damage to the target.
Oh.
So that's what we're doing
Oh wow.
because they made a really good argument.
I hope they feel good when they kill Margot.
I hope they feel good too.
Listeners.
Let's see. Did we draw the ace?
NPC.
No. We drew
Ew.
the 7. This is just a regular old miss. A miss-a-rooney, if you will. Okay. That's it for Margot. Margot's turn. She loses 2 more rounds of oxygen. She seems like she's got a little higher constitution than the magic user she was rolling around with, whose name I forgot. Just kidding, it was Beverin.
R.I.P.
The, So she's going to take 3d6. She's going to take some damage. She takes 20 points of damage. She's still alive.
Ooh.
It's Mag's turn. Mag is in the water. She has just been struck at by this froghemoth. What is she going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with a hammer. I've thought about I've looked at it
All
from every
the
angle.
possibilities.
When everything in the world looks like a nail, it's a good thing you got a hammer.
That's true.
Thank
That's
you.
how it works, right? As the saying goes.
I think in this case, it's incredibly accurate.
Robin, it's so well put. Like, you know, in Looney Tunes, when like the character's so hungry that like the person they're talking to turns into a T-bone steak
I
or
do.
whatever.
Totally.
This froghemoth just has just turned into a giant nail in front of Mag. It's only an 8 on the die, so I would like to hero point that, please.
Kill this
Okay.
thing.
Please, please, please. One more time. Damage roll. Earthbreaker strike against the giant. It's a 7. Okay, so that didn't do it.
Okay, that's 1 action down.
I'm going to try again just with the multiple attack penalty. Need a really big roll to hit this thing. That's 25 to hit, so that's not going to do it.
Everything keeps coming up 25.
I guess if Mag doesn't swim, is she going to start to sink?
She'll sink 10 feet if she doesn't swim.
So with my last action, I'll just, swim.
You could try and aid Ao, maybe.
She will be underwater by the time that happens.
Of course, yeah.
No, I'm just going to move. I'm just trying to decide whether to stay in the water or whether to get back on land.
It'll take you 2 actions to get on land.
So then stay in the water it is. I'll just swim 5 feet south, which is probably the right position anyway. I'm kind of between it and the rest of us. Man, that's annoying. It's my turn.
Okay, Mag flails in the water and swims to put herself between the Froghemoth and Trill. Maybe
Flail
relevant.
indeed.
It's
Hey,
Ao's
it's up
turn.
to you. It's down to
It's
you.
down to you. This creature, the Froghemoth in front of you, looks
pressure.
very, very badly injured. And it seems like it is getting ready to go. I will tell you right now, if it goes, it's basically a guarantee that Trill will get knocked out.
Sure.
So
I mean, that's become a guarantee every other episode.
that's how we play the game.
We're all getting splashed with some kind
She's
of goo. We're all getting
Already
rots.
the smallest,
We're all gonna-
and she's got that fortitude sap.
Did I already
All right.
try to get it flat-footed by deceiving it, creating a distraction?
You,
I think I did, but
I don't know if you did, but I think that you can do that multiple times. It's just that the DC, the DC gets higher. I will tell you, this creature looks like it barely knows what's happening around it, so that's probably not going to be too big of an issue to you.
you say that, and then you've been rolling so well, so easy
I
for you
haven't
to
been
say
making
no.
a lot of perception saves though.
You could also maybe try and hide from it.
And so that's the other thing is you see that there is all of this fungus all around. If you move into any of these spaces with the fungus, you will have cover and you can use a stealth action to hide.
But then I'll
That's
only get
another
one
possibility.
shot off, right?
That's right. But you only have one action in that scenario because you'll be like moving into a space, taking an action to hide, and having one.
Right. Whereas if I create a diversion, I could get 2 shots off then.
Yeah, but that second shot would not be. You wouldn't be hidden for it
Oh, right.
because once you attack, you're no longer hidden.
Right.
what
I
do you
don't know.
think?
I'm going to go with the fact that it's dumb and try to create a diversion.
Okay.
So Ao uses her mage hand goes out and starts flippy flapping over in the water behind the thing. Just oh, you know what? So even one-handed, it can do the thing you do in the water where you create the little squirt of water.
Yep.
And it's somehow like squirting the thing just like in all of its tentacle pits, which is very tickly for it.
I've taken a bath before. I know exactly
yeah,
what you're
you know
talking
what that's
about.
like.
Tentacle pit.
So let's see what happens. 28.
I went through our chat. I tried to see if you created a diversion against this creature before. You haven't. It doesn't even matter. That's a critical success by 20. So you create this diversion, the water splashes, and the Froghemoth goes, and its eye stalk stares directly at where the mage hand squirted water out into the air.
Right. Its tentacle pits all wiggling with. All right. And then Ao. Oh, I could do TKP, huh? To do more damage. That might be the smart thing. All right. She's going to do it again. Feeling panicked, Ao sends a half dozen or so of the teeth in various pouches on her bandolier, hurling at this thing to try and do, I don't know what that is, bite attack damage. Is that piercing?
Ao does her finishing move on the Froghemoth.
Right. It's going to be so sad when this doesn't go well, but we can manifest. All right, we're going to call it slashing damage again. It was on an 18 and then it rolled to a 2.
Do you
All
have
right,
a
I
hero
have
point?
1 hero point left. I'm using it. I'm being chaotic.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Okay.
We are throwing a lot at this thing. Come on now.
That's a 1 on the die.
Oh!
A fumble
This round has gone
so
so
badly.
south so quickly.
There are 7 cards in the deck right now. We draw the Ace of Spades. Aya will be hitting herself with this telekinetic projectile.
All
I
the
can't-
teeth
I
coming
Stop
back to
hitting
get her.
yourself.
I mean, what is more Greek tragedy?
All right,
No.
okay.
All right.
It's the 4 of Spades.
Ah,
God.
well, that's a bummer.
I feel as though that the tension in that moment means that this is the right way to do this. Like, I think that's correct.
Totally.
The backfire.
Oh my god, this round!
It is now the frog
I
human's
tried
turn.
Trill. I tried.
You know
Gonna
what?
disassociate.
It can go ahead and eat me. I will just kill it from the inside.
Yeah.
Whatever. Bring it on.
Mag can hold her breath for like forever.
For so long. I'm guessing that like gastric muscle contractions trigger reactive strikes. Like I'm fine.
The frog hemoth opens its mouth. Its tongue whips out past Mag and starts trying to hit Trill. As this tongue flies by Mag's face, you're able to see that it's covered with these barbs. There are spikes on its tongue. Here comes a strike against Trill. A 30 to hit.
It's a hit.
22 points of damage.
Trill's unconscious.
Yeah.
Is unconscious and dying 1.
Does the thing's tongue flying past me trigger? I mean, I know it doesn't,
It doesn't, it's an
mechanically trigger a
attack.
reactive strike. It just seems like, well,
Yeah,
all right.
I know what you
Seems
mean.
like it should. Flavor-wise.
Seems like it.
The barbed tongue means that Trill is now grabbed. As this barbs wrap around her and grab a hold onto her body. A creature can sever the tongue with a successful strike that deals enough damage, enough slashing damage. It sees that Trill is down, so it is going to change its strategy and is not going to retract its tongue. Instead, it is going to open its jaws and strike at Mag right in front of it. It's a 29 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Mag is going to take 20 points of piercing damage as these claws sink into her. This creature is going to try to grab a hold of Mag. It is a 31 to grab.
And so that's an attack roll. Yeah, that grabs.
Okay. Mag is grabbed, which means that she is immobilized and flat-footed.
Did none of those things get an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
No, it's attacking me, not
Not-
moving or
Right.
casting a spell.
And then Mag feels this creature's jaws go as it just starts crunching down on top of her. Please give me a fortitude save.
I will. That's a fourth action?
The grab is not an action. It grabs for free.
Grabs free.
Free grab.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. Fortitude.
Whose side are you on, Armad?
I don't know.
Yeah. Great point.
That was only a 22 to save. Some temptation to hero point that, but I might need the hero point for whatever happens after. I'm going to go ahead and hero point that terrible fortitude save.
Okay.
Slightly better. It's a 25. That's my favorite roll result this episode.
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
It is not.
Yeah.
Mag feels herself fall unconscious as the oxygen leaves her brain and she is now passed out,
Oof.
which means a number of things.
Someone's got to come get me from the water.
Oh, God.
Well, you're in its mouth, so we're going to keep
Oh,
you in that
okay.
space, but you're not like drowning right now.
Right.
If it lets go of you, then we have another situation happening. You're blinded, you're off guard. You're prone and you drop the items you're holding.
Okay.
So you release the Earthbreaker. And that's it for round 4 of this insane encounter. The question of whether to run away or not, I think
we've
has
resolved that since
maybe
half of
been
us
resolved.
are unconscious.
It is now Isthan's turn. The situation right now, Trill is dying on the ground, surrounded by disgusting looking mushrooms. Mag is in a sleeper hold
Bury me in mushrooms.
in this
Yes.
creature's jaws, and just hard and just and Mag just goes limp. Ao and Istin are still healthy though, and Margot Jensen is still inside this creature's stomach. It's Istin's turn. What are you gonna do?
I think Istin is just he's gonna expend a charge from his new staff that he got from Haplo to cast Sure Strike on himself. And then he is just gonna throw a slashing gust at the
All right.
Froghemoth. So
I hope this isn't metagaming, but I think you should kill it.
I'm going to be honest with
David,
you.
you're unconscious right now. You cannot say that. It is
Sorry.
not. Mag would never have a way of saying that to him.
No
Dead
touching.
do not
Never
speak.
into it.
No touching.
Here we go.
Thankfully, this isn't werewolf.
So is a 20 on the die going to have it hit?
Ooh.
Yes.
You gotta draw.
Nice.
Very
It's
good.
an MVP.
Nice.
Oh my God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in the deck now. Last time we got the 4 of spades. Let's see what we get now.
The
thought
jack
the
of
second.
spades.
That's
of
all right.
spades.
I'm up for double damage here. I think maybe that's going to
double's
do the
still
job.
good. It should do it.
14 regular, so 28 slashing damage.
And Armat, tell me what happens as this slashing gust slices through the Froghemoth, freeing Margot Jensen. How does that look?
Yeah, I think there's just like this buildup of a white rind of air in a slight curve that just slashes like over the air or over the water, and sort of you can see it rippling beneath it, and then whoop, the whole top half of the Froghemoth goes flying off with its stupid little eye stalks waggling in the wind like a pair of truck nuts knocked off a bumper.
Two things.
Hold on.
Oh.
The jaws of this creature release and Mag splashes into the water. What happens next? Not an initiative, just tell me what happens. Anybody can tell me.
Istin will not miss a beat and dive into the water to try and go after Margot Jensen.
Okay.
What about Mag?
Yeah, fuck Mag.
She can
Oh,
hold
is
her
Mag
breath.
unconscious? I thought
Yes.
she just...
Yes.
Margot's conscious. Mag's
Margot's like in the rowboat. I think
Oh,
Margot's
then
in
Istin will be going after Mag for sure.
I can hold my
How
breath,
did
but
I
only
miss
if I'm
that?
awake.
I'm an idiot.
Ao kneels down to help Trill.
Okay.
She
Thank
starts
you.
doing battle medicine. On
This is a
her,
good
I
division
guess.
of labor.
Yeah, so Margot gets cut out of this creature as its body just collapses, and she gasps for air. Istin plunges into the water and swims down to bring Mag up to the surface. And what is Ao going to do to help Trill?
She is going to treat wounds, or I guess if we're out of initiative, treat wounds. If not, do battle medicine.
So Trill is immune to battle medicine for the rest of the day because you used it on her earlier. Treating wounds is going to take 10 minutes, so Trill could die in that time. Does anybody have any sort of potions or anything like that?
I
Any
might have a
wands
soothe-
or
I
anything
think I
like
have a
that?
I
Soothe
do.
wand.
I do. I'm not
Doesn't
aware
Trill
at the
have a
moment
wand
to
of
use them.
soothe?
I have a soothe wand. So Ao takes out her soothe wand, and that is 23 points of healing for Trill.
Okay.
She'll wakes up.
I
Thank you.
cannot believe what just happened.
Pretty wild. It seemed
It was
like we were going to
awesome.
have it, and then it went so badly. But then Istin.
Armet, when you rolled that 20, I had some serious men's USA gymnastics team energy. Did you ever watch videos of like them after they medaled? Like, yeah.
No, but I totally empathize with that. That's awesome.
I was feeling that. And then I started wondering, this feels also like a really amazing moment for Istin.
Totally.
Considering the last time he was in a situation as dire as this, he lost his whole adventuring party.
That's true.
And instead now he's been the hero.
That's definitely an unfamiliar flavor for him.
But it's what he's always, it's like a huge part of his motivation, right? For doing all of this is he wants to know what love is. He wants you to show him. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Oh man, he would love that song. Real talk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's his karaoke jam.
He's alive, isn't he? Of course he would love it. So, the four of you managed to get back onto the shore of this of this rocky beach in front of this fungal forest. Margot Jensen reaches out from the rowboat, arms draped around the body of this froghemoth, and just goes, "Thank you," and passes out. What's happening next?
Ao does battle medicine on her. So much gauze. Gauze is just... The mage hand is distributing gauze. Ao is distributing gauze.
Yeah.
I think Trill's going to say that. I think Trill is going to kind of be at that achy point where she's struggling to talk a little bit. She's shaken. I think she's realizing how drained how much that drained is affecting her, because this is the second time now in this day that she's gone unconscious and had to be saved. And I think Trill might kind of take a moment to speak up and say, I think I hate to say it, but I think we might need to go home and rest before we find the last two.
Not Mark, Trill. Not Mark.
I don't like it, but we've already lost another one.
And with that, Mag looks up at, or I guess as Margot is asleep.
Yeah, she's unconscious. She's knocked out, but she's stable. She's been healed.
Flavor unconscious.
Okay. She's stable, but she's not awake. She can't hear me.
Yeah, unless you want to wake her up.
No, that would be weird. Mag was going to say something cutting to her, but she's not going to wake her up just to say something cutting to her. That's kind of a lot.
The best.
So instead, Mag just mutters under her breath. Well, if we do, I guess we know this time she'll stick to the plan. And she gestures at Margot.
Too soon, Mag.
And I guess with that, she hefts Margot up onto her shoulder. It's been a day, I think, since Mag carried someone unconscious back to Otari from the dungeon.
So you're heading back.
I think Mag would probably concur, or like Mag could keep going, but I'm assuming the casters are low on focus points, general wherewithal.
Yeah, Trill needs to sleep for a night to get through. Because if she sleeps for a night, will she lose one level of drained?
Yeah.
And what time is it? It's like 11 in the morning or whatever.
I think it is later than that, I think.
It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Well, I think Mag would be happy to pack Margot aboard the boat. Should we maybe look around this building cottage thing that we've unearthed and
At least look where
maybe
we are.
slightly around this area before we roll? I guess maybe you don't move around too much so nothing pops up out of the ground and makes us fight it.
And Lars,
Yeah.
do we need two boats since it's now 5 of us?
You either
Mag
need
can
two boats
swim.
or Mag needs to swim alongside.
Mag can swim.
God bless.
Can we see any boats around?
Yeah, you passed a boat on the way here. There's another boat chained up at that outpost that the children of Balcora were keeping where you fought that spirit naga.
Okay, so maybe Mag swims with us up there and then we can...
Yeah,
we travel
but it
in two
sounds like Mag
boats.
is also searching around this building first, this shack here.
Yeah, let's do that.
While Mag's doing that, Ao somewhat surreptitiously and mostly respectfully takes one of Beverin's teeth.
Ooh.
So as Ao sort of furtively sneaks that tooth out of
Trying to-
Beverin's mouth.
Picture that happening respectfully. I'll get there.
Look, she's come a long way.
Mag sees that there's a fake flagstone in the wall here in this like little fishing shack.
Oh.
And she pushes into it, and a secret door opens, leading to the east.
Yeah, Lacewing is actually Otari-ish for Secret Door Finder. It's 2 in a row, folks. 2 in a row.
And as you
Used to be
creak
so good at it.
this door open, you see there's a hallway that extends further than you're able to see with your light.
Okay.
So, what is the siren leading you forward? Is it this boat to return to safety, or is it this secret door?
If we're going any further, I'm going to insist we all heal up, because I at least am not healed.
Maybe we should heal up regardless, even if we're going back.
Let's say it takes you about it takes you about half an hour to heal all the way up.
Okay.
So I think as Mag has been like poking around and Ao has been healing us, Isthan has been kind of just staring off at the froghemoth and, kind of just sitting at the edge of the water, his arms resting on his knees and the staff held loosely in his hand. And he looks down at it and he says quietly, "Thanks, Dad."
Oh.
And we'll pick up from there next time.
We processed it.
He processed it. You
Started
took
to
my
process.
Zoe.
We processed it.
Big. Hero points all around.
Roots of Ruin is a Tabletop Gold production produced under the Paizo Incorporated fan content policy, using trademarks and copyrights owned by Paizo that are covered under that policy. The Roots of Ruin is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. All original characters and content in The Roots of Ruin are the property of Tabletop Gold, and all rights are reserved. We at Tabletop Gold would love to hear from you. Visit our website, tabletopgold.com, to learn more about us and our shows, join the Golden Horde to get access to more shows, pick up great merch, and connect to the best online community in all of podcasting. Thanks for listening.